So today I wanted to talk about an issue that seems to be coming up again and again and again and again, and it doesn't look like we're going to get rid of it anytime soon. And really that's to do with the pricing in South Africa on gaming and all that sort of stuff. And how Megarom's this mega corporation that is stealing money away from the public, and we're driving around in our gold-plated Mercedes-Benz with our lacquer spinners and really living the high life and making the most out of you guys. Which is complete bullshit, if you ask me. And I get so angry when people come out there and accuse Megarom or any other distributor of really trying to take out as much cash as we can from the consumer, when really you don't know anything about our industry. And I don't know why people keep on assuming that they do know something about our industry. It's not fair. We don't go around accusing you of what you do in your life and what you do in your work and say that you're trying to rip us off for things that we might buy from you. The thing you got to realize is that even though it's gaming and it's fun and we all want to, enjoy it as much as we can, and there's lots of great aspects to it, you can't just go around there assuming that it's just going to be, because it's a hobby, it's going to be free. A lot of hobbies are expensive. You go to any hobby store or any hobby enthusiast, you're going to pay a top dollar for a lot of the stuff in there. Purely, most of the time, it's because it's niche and the items that you need are quite expensive. But we're still a business, we have people to employ, and they have to have their livelihoods paid for and everything like that. And because we're a third party, we have to bring in all the stock from overseas, and we have to sell it on again. So it's this constant, selling on to third party to go in there. And unfortunately, the stuff affects us. It affects everybody around the world. Look at Australia, for example. They also have extremely expensive prices on their games. And it's just not something that we can get away from. And believe me when I tell you, trust me when I tell you, that we fight our asses off to get you the best prices that we can for our games locally. Because we sit down in our boardrooms going, these games are really expensive. And, we try so hard to get them down as much as we can. We do negotiations with our publishers. We try and find a medium ground. But unfortunately, there's just a point where we can't get away from it sometimes. And I'll tell you, there are games that we've made a loss on because we couldn't, we brought it down as much as we could, and unfortunately we couldn't sell through the numbers we needed to break even. It's just the reality of business. And I'm tired of people, telling us that we're these bad people and really trying to do all this stuff. And as much as people hate Activision for the way that they do business, they do it so that they can stay in business to make the really good games that you do enjoy. And it's the same for any other company. And just stop with this immediate accusation that we're out there to rip you all off. I'm tired of it. I really am. And I sit there in my desk going, what the hell? What do you guys just assume that we're just here just to make so much money out of you? It's ridiculous. Anyway, that was my little rant for today. I'm just, I'm reaching my tether with this whole price war thing. We're in a bad situation. The currency, our rand, is ridiculous. We have never had a rand this low before. And we have to buy stock from the US or the UK at ridiculous prices because that's the way it is. And then we have to ship it all in. And because we don't ship a massive amount of stock, we still pay for a big crate of stuff to come through. And remember, the UK and the US, most of the stuff is made in the US or the UK, or they bulk ship the stuff, so they get huge discounts on their shipping stuff. We don't, because we don't have that luxury. Anyways, that was my massive rant for today. I just want everybody to just take a step back and just sort of look at the playing field and where we are, in the bottom of Africa. It really, we're at a huge disadvantage. But we're not here to cheat everybody. If we were, we wouldn't be selling games. We're trying to make it because we understand there's a certain price point where we can no longer sell games to you at that point. And it's just getting worse. And I believe, and this is my personal opinion, that the industry will change in terms of how pricing is done on games. Whether that's microtransactions or subscriptions, there will be a new way to come across and do games. But until then, we're in the system and we can't dictate the pricing for everybody else. It's a worldwide thing. So the whole industry needs to change. So yeah, I just wanted you guys to think about that for a second and just absorb it and just be a little bit, conscientious of what's going on around you. Take your own business, for example, or a company that you work at, and then you ask yourself the same questions you're asking me or my company or the rest of the industry. And And let me know what you think. You know, what are your opinions on what you would say for your company? Are you ripping off your clients? Would you rip off your clients? It wouldn't make sense, right? Or maybe it would. Maybe you do rip off your clients. But you know, it's I hear everybody's cries. You know, it is expensive. It really is. I look at these prices and go, wow, that is really expensive. And you know, for a lot of people, they think I don't buy my own games. I do buy my own games. I get good deals here and there, but you know, for the most part, if there's a game that I really want, I'll go and buy it. Woosah. Okay. You know what? I'm done now. I got everything I needed to get off my chest. It was really eating me. You guys stay awesome. Please stay awesome. Keep smiling. And don't stress out too much. You know, it's going to get better. I hope it's going to get better.